Motherfuckers will pull next time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, this is another episode of Keeping Things Uncomplicated. I'm your host, Mario Cochran, and as you can see, okay, I'm in my chill zone right now. You know what I'm saying? In my chill zone right now, and we got a few things to talk about right now. But I just wanted to open up, you know what I'm saying, the floor by saying we really appreciate all y'all support. Much love for myself and my co-host Ari Price. It's definitely been great, you know what I'm saying, to make sure, you know, that we give you all our perspectives, and you all have been giving us a lot of feedback. So we really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Continue to, you know, push to us, you know, the things that y'all want us to talk about. So right now, what I wanted to talk about consistency. That seems like to be a big topic between men and women right now. You know, the level of consistency that, you know, men should show, that females should show, people should show in a relationship. I think the level of consistency is very important. Okay, so let's just say you started off a relationship, you called all the time or whatever the case to be. You have to keep that level of consistency up. Let's say if you dated you dated and you went places and you did things, you were spontaneous. That's definitely something important that you need to look at in reference to consistency. So what are some of the things that kind of fall short when you start dating and I guess the consistency fall off? What are some things that you all think about? Okay, well, one of those things I would say, okay, well, sex. Definitely, sex. You know what I'm saying? You used to have sex all the time, but now all of a sudden you're having sex once a week. Some people having sex once a month. You know, so you got to think about some of those things in reference to consistency and how important it is to your partner, how important it is to your relationship in order for you to feel like, okay, well, okay, I got it. You know, I got the level of consistency that I should have. You know, it's just very important that you look at certain things when you start talking about consistency and relationships. A lot of people, when they talk about consistency, it's like, okay, well, it's one of those hit and miss type things, right? It's one of those hit and miss type things. All right. I'm going to do this and I want you to continue to do this. You know, I dated you. I want you to be spontaneous. I want you to be, you know, exciting. I want you to be, you know, charismatic. I want you to bring me flowers. I want you to do X, Y, and Z. And a lot of times you don't get down to the nitty gritty and really get a chance to kind of talk to that other person in reference to what do you want me to continue to do in a relationship. And a lot of people say, well, you should know what you should continue to do. You know, it's whatever you did to get me in a relationship. It's whatever you did to win me over. If it was buying me flowers, if it was taking me somewhere, if it was sitting down having an intimate conversation, whatever you did to have that person fall in love with you, then that's what you need to continue to do. But I think that consistency kind of works both ways. I don't think it's just a man's thing. I don't think it's just a woman's thing. I think it's an equal opportunity type situation. And a lot of times, you know, us as men and women, we miss the mark on being consistent. You know, when your partner, your significant other falls short on being consistent, here's some things that you need to look at. Okay, I'm gonna give you my little check mark. Okay, I'm gonna give you my check mark in reference to consistency. Okay, here's the thing that you need to look at. What up, Amp? So here's the thing that you need to look at in reference to consistency. One of the things that you need to look at is communication. Communication is key. If you feel like somebody is falling off, they're not doing the things that they're supposed to do, then you have to have that conversation. You have to be able to pull them to the side and say, look, I feel like you're not doing X, Y, and Z. Now, here's the thing. You can't hit somebody with an ultimatum. You better do this or else. what you need to do is have that intimate conversation and let them know, you know, how consistency levels are important to you and what those consistency levels consist of. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if you feel like going to the movies is important, if you feel like going to church is important, if you feel like having a conversation, an intimate conversation with you and your significant other is important, then those are the things that you need to kind of look at and ask yourself, all right, what is really important in reference to your relationship? What is really important in reference to you all building and moving forward? A lot of people miss the mark on that because they don't talk to each other. They don't communicate with each other. It's like, oh, honey, let's go to the movies. Let's go chill or whatever case may be. However, the other person don't know that's what you like to do because you're not vocal with that person. You're not telling that person, this is what I want to do in order to make sure that our relationship is good and positive or whatever. We miss the mark on having that intimate conversation. Consistency, right? All right. A lot of ladies, a lot of men are saying our partners are not consistent. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. And the question really boils down to, are we talking to them? Are we really articulating what we want to be consistent? Or are we guessing? Are we making them guess like, okay, well, as long as I take out the trash, I'm consistent, right? As long as I lock the doors at night, I'm consistent. As long as I kiss you, I'm consistent. As long as I give you occasional compliments, I'm consistent. The thing about it is, whatever is irking you, whatever is your thing that it is that you feel like needs to happen on a regular basis, that should be frequent, you need to tell your partner, I feel like your consistency level is very important. I feel like your consistency level is important, and here's what I think that you should do. I think that you should compliment me more. I think that we should do things spontaneously. I think we should plan things. I think we should go on trips. I think we should sit down and have intimate conversations. A lot of people miss the mark on that. You know what I mean? And I think they miss the mark because they're not able to articulate with their partners, this is what I want. This is what I feel that's important. You know, these are the variables that I hold to my heart of hearts and say, hey man, you know, I wish you would do more of this. If you lack consistency, then you open room for other people. I say again, if you lack consistency, then you open room for other people. And if you open room for other people, this is what happens. All right. The compliments that you don't give your significant other, somebody else then gives your significant other. The dates that you don't want to take your significant other on, someone else imposes those dates. Either by way of saying, hey, won't you come out to the bar tonight? Won't you come out to happy hour? Won't you come do X, Y, and Z? Let me invite you to church. So these are the things that you need to understand when you start talking about consistency levels. You have to be able to articulate what it is that you feel. You have to be able to clearly break down how it is you feel about the things that you feel, the things that you feel passionate about. A lot of people are not able to have that conversation and they get lost. They get lost on trying to understand like, okay, well, why is this person not doing what I want them to do? Why is this person not doing what they did when they first met me? Why is this person not considerate and complimenting me and wanting to take me somewhere and wanting to do something for me? These are the things that kind of shake the grounds. These are the things, what's up, Ari? These are the things that kind of shake the ground in reference to being consistent. Okay, we want consistency. We demand consistency. However, when you're demanding consistency, make sure that you're demanding that you become articulate. You have to be articulate in reference to outlining what consistency means to you, what level of consistency means to you. Okay, going to the movies once a month, is that a requirement? Going to the movies once a week, is that a requirement? Kissing you, making love to you, cooking meals. What's the requirement for your level of consistency? Make sure that when you talk about consistency levels, you're realistic with your consistency levels. All right, you're realistic with the things that you want from your significant other. If you are not realistic with the levels that you want, okay, how you want to set the precedents, then of course you're going to lose some people. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to lose some people, okay? Here's the thing. I'm going to give y'all a tidbit real quick. I like to thank everybody for tuning in, but I'm going to break this down for y'all so y'all understand this real quick, okay? It's like this. People are simple-minded. People are simple-minded to the point like this. Sometimes you have to take baby steps in order to make sure that your relationship works. That means if I want you to be here, I have to take baby steps to get there. I have to take baby steps. A lot of people saying, okay, well, as long as you have the money, as long as you have the intelligence, but sometimes you need to have the know-how. Sometimes you need to have the patience to get them from A to Z. You got to be able to talk to people. You got to be able to communicate with people. Now, let's talk about communication. Let's get into it. Let's talk about communication. Communication. Communication is not just you telling somebody. Okay? It's not just you telling somebody. All right? It's them providing the feedback. It's them providing not only the vocal feedback, but the action that promotes that feedback. That's communication. Do you understand? That is communication. If I tell someone, listen, it is a requirement. I feel like the consistency level for going to the movies is once a week because I'm a movie buff and I like to go to the movies. Then I need to articulate that to my significant other, like I would like for us to go to the movies once a week. But I can't assume because they think that I want to go to the movies that they know that it's once a week. It's realistic. It's about being realistic. It's about understanding the fact that, you know what, maybe I should sit back and say, am I really articulating what it is that I want from people? A lot of people do not articulate what they want from people. A lot of people always like, okay, well, I think these people should know how I feel. I think these people should know how how we date, etc., etc. When you start dating someone, you wasn't honest with them. When you first start dating somebody, you wasn't honest with them. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I'm telling you the truth. Okay, here's what happens. What happens is somebody gets smart and they start asking you, hold on, they start asking you the real questions. So after, let's say after 30 days, let's go to 90 days. Y'all want to be on some real stuff right now? Let's go to 90 days. Let's go to 90 days. Somebody's been dating you for 90 days. What do you expect? I need y'all to chime in right now. What do you expect after 90 days of dating somebody? Right? Here's what I expect. Okay? I expect you to know my favorite color. I expect you to know my favorite teams. Okay? Whatever sport that I like, I expect you to know the favorite team that I like. That's real. I think that's realistic. I think that's realistic. Right? I expect you to know my favorite food. I expect you to know a few of my hobbies. I expect you to know if I got siblings or not. I expect you to know if I've been to college or not. I expect you to know my profession. All right? I expect you to know maybe one of my friends within 90 days, maybe one of my friends that I feel like is really a friend. I expect you to know if I read books or not. I expect you to know what I do for physical fitness. I expect you to know my moods. You understand what I'm saying? I expect you to know, okay, he got kind of quiet. I wonder what's on his mind. Okay, this is the time I need to leave him alone. So my thing about it is, in 90 days, are your expectations realistic? Because a lot of people, they want consistency, but are your expectations realistic? You see what I'm saying? You got to have realistic expectations if you want people to kind of check and see what it is that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? I'm really feeling this person or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I don't know them. I don't really know them. Like, I don't know them. Like, if it came down to a point where it was your birthday and you like, I don't even know this person's favorite color. You know what I mean? I don't even know their middle name. I don't even know what their favorite team is. You don't know this person. But yet, you're screaming about, let's go on a date. Let's go to the movies. Are y'all with me right now? Stop that. Are y'all with? Y'all need to share this with somebody. Think about it. Yet you're screaming, let's do this, this, and this, and this, but you've not had an intimate conversation. You do not know that person. You have not taken the time out to learn who that person is, but now you want the title. You want the benefits of the title, but you have not taken the time out to learn who that person is. You don't know that person, but you're screaming about consistency. The thing about it is, it's like this. You're damn right it's real. I appreciate that. But listen, hold on. You want a title, right, within 90 days, but now it's like you don't even know the person. So when you sit down after the 90 days, it's like, okay, well, where are we at now? Well, where we the hell was at in the first 90 days? You know what I mean? I'm just being real with y'all. Somebody got to be real with y'all. This is Keeping Things Uncomplicated. Your host, Mario COCHRAN. This is how we getting down. You got to be real with yourself. You got to be real with that person. You got to be able to talk and tell people, hey, listen, this is how I feel. All right, this is how I feel. This is what it is. All right, consistency is very important, but stop using it in vain. Stop using the word be consistent. Men are not consistent. Women are not consistent. No, you're not articulate, boo-boo. You're not articulate. You haven't said, this is what I expect. I'm looking at y'all right now. Y'all not sharing right now. Y'all not liking right now. Somebody disagree with me. I'm looking at y'all right now and I'm asking y'all right now. You're not consistent. If you was consistent, then they would know who you are in that first 90 days. You know what I'm saying? They would know who you are. They would be able to say, you know what, man? This person is not about the BS. You ain't got to tell a person you ain't about drama. You ain't got to tell a person, oh, you ain't about this. You and your grown man or grown woman. They'll see it. Trust me, you move different. You move different. You know what I'm saying? You move different. You ain't got to tell nobody you a gentleman. You move different. You ain't got to tell nobody you street smart. You move different. I'm losing somebody right now. I'm losing somebody right now. You ain't got to tell nobody who you are because you move different. People understand you move different. You understand what I'm saying? So if you understand that person within that first 90 days, you know they're not one of them Instagram followers where because you half naked on your Instagram, I'm about to be all in your inbox. No, you move different. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because you drive a nice car, oh, I'm about to be all in your... No, you move different. You know what I'm saying? So in that first 90 days, when you're expecting a level of consistency, make sure that you're able to articulate what it is that you want out of a relationship. Huh? Okay, I hear you, all right. I hear you. But this is what we need to understand. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able, in that first 90 days, you need to be able to articulate who you are. What it is that you're about. You know what I'm saying? And what it is that you want, you know what I'm saying, to really percolate in that relationship or in that situation or whatever case it be. Forget the titles. All right. Oh, well, I just want to know what this and and all this other stuff. What you need to understand is like this. All right. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you a breakdown explanation of who they talking to and why they talking to them or whatever case it be. You do your job. You let that person know who you are. Stop trying to figure out everybody else they talking to and everybody else they doing or whatever case it be when you're doing a bad job of getting to know them. When you have an opportunity, I don't care if it's via text. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. I say again, I don't care what it is. All right? I'm saying when you have an opportunity to speak to someone by any forms of communication, make sure that it counts. You see me pause on y'all real quick? I just did my swag pause on y'all real quick. I did the, hold on, watch this. You see that? I'm just telling y'all right now. Make sure it counts. So many people waste time with crazy, dumb communication and think that I'm communicating. No, you're not communicating. What you're doing is you're wasting people's time. That's what you're doing. You wasting people's time. If Mario Cochran tells you, hey, this is what it is, X, Y, and Z, stop trying to be like, oh, but what about... no, this is what it is. This is what it is. And a lot of people get lost in this whole situation because, one, you're not brave enough to show people who you are. Ladies, I'm going to say something real quick. Hold on. Let me see it. It says, when I met a person, I tell them this is what I'm looking for. Therefore, it is no confusion. Okay, I got you. Now, when you meet a person, you tell them, hey, this is what I want, X, Y, and Z. Let me tell you the secret to this. All right, let me tell you the secret to this. It's not about saying it one time. It's not about saying it one time. It's about constantly promoting what it is that you say. It's about constantly showing that this is what I'm about. If you're not about the drama, ain't no drama gonna come around. If you're not about the bullshit, ain't no bullshit gonna come around. Because you're constantly communicating. You're constantly articulating your wants and your needs. And you're making sure that your consistency level, all right, is realistic. Realistic. You're making sure that your consistency level stays realistic. And that's what people need to understand right now. Making sure that within those first 90 days, all right, I'm not no Steve Harvey. I'm not telling you, oh, well, don't have sex and yada, yada, yada when he having sex. Okay, that's totally asinine. What I'm trying to tell you is be realistic in what you expect within those 90 days. If you're expecting a title within those first 90 days, kick rocks. Kill yourself. Kick rocks and kill yourself. You title hunting. You title chasing. Oh, so we slept together, so we should have a title. We went out on two dates, so we should have a title. I let you meet some of my friends, we should have a title. You came over my house, we should have a title. I met your daughter, I met your son, we should have a title. If you don't kill yourself 3 times, kill yourself. Dead. Woke up dead. I'm just saying, what are you doing? And then you wonder why when you just talk to all your friends or whatever case may be, then you wonder why the hell you're so confused when people try to tell you, like, you just call him your bae. But then when it was his birthday, you missed it because you never found out when his birthday was. I'm telling some real shit right now. Y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all want me to say some fake stuff. You want me to tell you some Derrick Jackson? Ooh, nah, listen, I'm just saying though. What I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, this goes for men and women. Okay, this is not a one-sided situation. I think that sometimes we get caught up in not only chasing titles and also trying to chase the consistency. We throw that out. They're not consistent. Well, what do they know about you to be consistent? What have you outlined to be consistent? What have you all established that needs a level of consistency? You know what I'm saying? Some people start off relationships well, I wouldn't say they started off wrong. What I would say is they started off in such a manner where it's like perfect analogy, okay? You start off with a broken glass, right? You start off with a broken glass and you're steadily trying to put water in it. Okay. And now you're taking that broken glass. Okay, and you're passing it around for everybody to drink out of, knowing that it's not safe, knowing that it's not right, knowing that whatever you pour in it and whatever you do with that broken glass is going to be messed up. That's how we kind of start relationships. We kind of start relationships kind of shaky and rocky, and then we look at it and it's like, well, why is it not working? You know, why is the title that I put on this relationship not fitting? Why is my significant other, or the person that I'm saying my significant other, why is it not fitting the title that I'm actually ordaining to it? Because it's a broken glass. You try to use a foundation that was already cracked, that was already dangerous from the start. You didn't start it off correctly. So the next question, all right, Ari, I see Ari trying to disagree with me or whatever case it be. It says it's a little one-sided here, sir. Ari, listen, Ari is the co-host, Ari Price. Ladies and gentlemen, Ari Price she's going to do her female segment, get her female perspective. But this is Mario's segment, and I run my segment. Let them be known. Okay, so with that being said, all right, if you start off with a cracked foundation, your foundation is not going to be steadfast. Okay, if you start off with a cracked relationship, i.e., let's just say you continuously meet somebody for a one-night stand, but you're looking for something long-term. You continuously meet somebody for a one-night stand, but you're looking for something long-term. You're continuously posting half-naked photos on Facebook, but you're looking for something long-term. Y'all stay with me. I'm about to rock out. You're continually involved in drama. Continually. But you're looking for something long-term. Stay with me. I am rocking out. You're continually on your Facebook posts talking about your baby daddies, baby mamas, downgrading everybody else, not taking responsibility for nothing. Nathan. But you're looking for something long-term. Every time you take a picture and your house is dirty, but you're looking for something long-term. I'm rocking out right now. Y'all ain't getting that. Y'all ain't getting that. Right? Your best friend is messy as hell, ain't had a successful relationship since Jesus moonwalked across the water, but you looking for something long-term. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tell you how to excavate some of that nonsense and get down to the nitty-gritty. Here's the thing. You get with somebody that you consider, hey, listen, I feel like you could possibly have the potential to be my significant other. Get rid of the titles. Get rid of the titles. All right? Stop putting all these unnecessary expectations on the situation. Sit down, have an intimate conversation. Listen, let me ask you something. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Okay, I'm looking for somebody intelligent, sophisticated, humble, keep a nice home, God-fearing, educated, stable. You know what I'm saying? That's financially, that's spiritually, that's socially, that's mentally. So with that being said, okay, I'm not going to come right out and be like, you better be all these things. However, I am going to outline what I'm looking for. Because now I'm setting the stage. Now I'm setting the stage and I'm letting you know this is what I'm looking for. And it's going to be constant and consistent. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, when I talk, this is what I'm looking for. Now, here's the thing. Here's the realistic part. Stop talking about you looking for something. You ain't even there yet. Did I stutter? I said, stop asking for something where you ain't even at yet. Oh, I'm looking for somebody with a mansion, but you live in a studio apartment. I'm looking for a dude that got a car, but you got a bus ticket. I'm looking for a dude that, you know what I'm saying, can buy me X, Y, and Z, but you broke. Have realistic expectations. Have realistic consistency levels. Yeah, listen, people be killing me. They be killing me because it's like I hear all of this stuff like, oh, men are not consistent. Women are not consistent. And my thing about it is when I have that intimate conversation with them, it's like, no, you're not realistic. You're not realistic about what you wanted out that situation, what you needed out that situation. Because one, you didn't articulate it. All you did was post it on social media. All you did was run to your best friend or somebody you considered to be a friend, and they ran and told somebody else. Instead of articulating to the person that you actually wanted to be in your life, hey, this is what's going on. This is what I hope that I can ask from you and be realistic. A lot of people get lost in feeling like they need to put on this facade. You know what I'm saying? They put on a big facade on, you know what I'm saying, what they feel like is important in life. You know what I'm saying? I really want to be upfront and honest with y'all right now. I'm going to be upfront and honest with y'all. Y'all see these people walking by and shit. They think I stole the car. They think I stole it. It's my car. Okay, so I'm going to be upfront and honest with y'all, man. It's like this, man. I just don't take a lot of people serious, man. I just can't. I can't. They throw me off with some of the stuff that they say sometimes. You know, they throw me off with some of the stuff that they say. It's like this. Ladies, if you're looking for a man to take you serious, you got to understand that, you know what I'm saying, not only are there a lot of other women, but you got to check that man's character. You know, me, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm intellectually attracted to people. You know what I mean? I'm intellectually attracted to. So if you saying something or you doing something that don't make sense to me, I'm kind of giving you that sideways look. You know, you can't be 80% petty around Mario. You can't be, because I'm already peeping that. Like it's like this. It's okay. It's not okay for a female to like me, but it's okay for dudes to like you. You make sure that the dudes that like you, they always around in the mix. But the females that like me, oh, I'm gonna say X, Y, and Z about them, so that way I can put them down to make them. No, when you trying to ladies, listen. When you're trying to go out your way to put another female down in front of the guy that you're with, that guy is probably thinking like, dude, you are so insecure and jealous. That's not cute. That is not cute. That is like you go out your way. Oh, look at her shoes. Look at her hair. Look at her makeup. To be honest with you, I wasn't even looking at her. Now that you done pointed it out, now I'm looking at her. Now that you done made this big deal about who this person was and how they get down, now I'm looking at them. Same thing for fellas. Dude, if you don't like a guy, let's say it's like me. Hey, I compliment a brother, because I feel like if you're going out your way, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily going out your way, but if you care about your outer appearance and then hopefully it matches your inner appearance, I'm going to say, hey, bro, you killing it. Good job, dog. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just so much. It's so much. We pride ourselves on hating on people. We pride ourselves on having that like disgust for one another. And I don't know if this one is. I'm African American, so I can only speak right now from the African American point of view. But it's like it's not a lot of people that's like, man, hey, I really like the way you put that together. They will not give you a compliment. They will not say, hey, man, hey, great. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'll get more compliments from another race or another gender before you would, you know what I'm saying, another male. Maybe it's an older person, more mature, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I think that's what keeps us divided. That's what keeps us divided. You spend all day trying to put your little outfit together, I guess, and, you know, get your hair done and your makeup done or whatever. Why somebody have to hate on you? Somebody might say, oh, because they're jealous. Jealous of what? God gave you different features. God gave you different characteristics, different attributes, things that you can use, you know what I'm saying, to promote yourself. Okay? Your attributes don't promote everybody. They promote you. All right? Your characteristics promote you. The things that make you, you, that individuality is important. And it should be something that's celebrated, not only by the people that surround you, but by you. If you have a great attitude and a great personality about life, people flock to that. They flock to that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, I really like this person's attitude. Like, they always smiling. And even if you're not always smiling, it's just like you always optimistic. Like, you know what? I know all four of my tires flat, but at least the heat work. At least the heat work. I'm just saying, like, at least the air work. You know, I think we be crushing ourselves. We beat ourselves up, and sometimes we are our worst critic. I'm my own worst critic. But I really think that, you know what I'm saying, we should really take the time out to get to know ourselves and to love ourselves and to appreciate ourselves, because our children are going to see that. Our family members are going to see that. Our friends are going to see that. Our coworkers are going to see that. And more importantly, guess what? Our enemies are going to see that. Wow, it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? What it is that you really want out of life. What it is that you're willing to tolerate. The consistency level that you're willing to promote and give. You know, stop expecting people to be of a high level of consistency when you're not of a high level of consistency. You're petty as hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how you was raised. I don't care where you're from and all this other stuff. You can still be petty and you can still turn off somebody. All right, you can post some stuff on social media that's like totally like, huh? You just as ratchet as anybody else. So with that being said, it's like, do a self-reflection. Okay, do a self-reflection. If you're not self-reflecting and you're not looking at who you are as a person, then I can tell you right now that you're not going to be able to build a relationship. You're going to constantly be chasing that title. You're going to constantly be chasing that title. You're going to constantly be trying to put on a show for your homeboys or put on a show for your girlfriends. And what's going to happen is at the end of the day, those people are going to be laughing at you. They're going to be laughing at you. I'm pretty sure that we all know somebody that's in a relationship that grabbed onto a relationship as fast as they can because they feel like this is what I need to be important. You don't need anyone to make you relevant. You don't need anyone to make you relevant. That's the problem. Okay? And stop thinking because you're in a situation with someone else, this is a level of relevancy. No. Because you got a title, this is a level of relevancy. No. Stop saying because I'm over 30, oh, well, you need to be my man, or no, boo-boo, no, I don't need to be shit. Facts. Okay, if you jumped into a relationship within the first 90 days screaming, you should be my man, but you don't even know the person, sit down. Okay, if you missed the segment that me and Ari Price had, my co-host, all right, this is Keeping Things Uncomplicated if you just tuning in. If you missed that segment about things to ask on a first date, they're very intimate questions. They're things that you need to understand and things that you need to look at to ask people on the first date to really find out more about them. Okay, get that favorite color, get those hobbies, get the goals, get all of those things in a mix so you can really find out who you dealing with. If I tell you that I'm in school trying to get my master's degree, right? Okay, I can say, okay, obviously there's some book smarts there, right? All right, but now you need to check other things. Don't think because a title, a master's degree means something. No, are you street smart? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to go to the 7-Eleven and as soon as a guy look at us like, oh, here's my wallet, sir. Like, oh, I mean, if that's the type of person you like, I mean, to each their own. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying you want to find out if the person that you with is not only well-rounded, but they're for you. A lot of people don't get that. Now, they're getting people that's not well-rounded, so they're putting them in different positions. Like, can you go to a meeting with me? Can you go to the hood with me? Can you go to church with me? They're not well-rounded, so that you're getting people and you're only putting them in one environment, so that's the only environment that they know. If you bougie, I can't take you to the hood. If you hood, I can't take you to somewhere bougie. I'm losing somebody. You want somebody that's well-rounded, somebody that's able to be themselves in any type of environment and be comfortable. You know, so when you look and you say, hey, that's my partner over there. You know, you good, partner? Yeah, we good. Let's rock out. A lot of people get these people and they're frustrated with them because they never put them in different environments. They never put them to the test. And then when it happens, it's like, I didn't even know. Why can't you articulate good when you around those people? You can't be saying finna all the time. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. So with that being said, ask those questions that you need to ask. All right. Have a realistic consistency level. All right. Stop chasing titles. Okay. And get to know people. Get to know people. Have that conversation that's going to really elope into something else. Okay. Evolving to something else and something bigger. When people see you as a couple, they should know that these people have had that intimate conversation. That even if they have some type of issue, they're able to bounce back. You know, they're able to bounce back. They, you know what I'm saying? They could be mad at each other 10 minutes ago and they right back on schedule. Because they know that, hey, look, okay, we had a small disagreement, but this is what we need to do to move forward. All right. Is it going to be painful at first to be able to, you know, have a disagreement and move forward? Of course it is. That's life. Everybody don't have that bounce back. Like me, I'm like, man, like, I feel like once, you know, some people say some stuff like, it's like, ooh, you trying to cut me deep. You're trying to cut me deep. But the fact of the matter is, you know, it's all about that level of maturity. It's all about thinking through the process and really understanding that everybody don't think like you. Everybody don't move like you. You know what I'm saying? Which is the reason that I thank God for him making me me. Because he made me special. He made my daughters special. Each of them have their individual personalities. You know, both funny, both smart, both outstanding. However, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But with that being said, it's like this. We need to be, you know what I'm saying, more open with ourselves. Therefore, being open with ourselves, we know ourselves. We know our likes, we know our dislikes, or whatever case may be. You know what I'm saying? We all come from different walks of life. We all are trying to get, you know what I'm saying, that betterment in our life. And if you want people that's better in your life, you got to be able to really open up and express yourself. But ladies and gentlemen, when you talk about consistency levels, make sure that you're meeting those consistency levels. If you want people to call you all the time, then you have to call them all the time. If you want people to take you somewhere, then you have to take them somewhere. If you want people to buy you stuff, then you have to buy them stuff. If you want people to just do whatever it is you feel like consistency falls in your realm, you have to meet them halfway to show them this is what I'm talking about. This is what I expect. This is what, at some point in time, because I have to be realistic, there is a level of demanding. At some point in time, there is a level of demanding. I do not have time to play games with you. All right? So therefore, all right, once we have this conversation and I continue to show you that I am serious about what it is that we're building, I expect you as my partner, as my friend, as my lover, as my ace boom coon, as my bae, as my boo, as my doo-wop, whatever it is that you call her or him, I expect you to hold up your end of the bargain. And if you can't hold up your end of the bargain, there's always consequences. All right? Those consequences may be the pulling away from the situation. Those consequences may be the lack of communication on my part, the lack of consistency, the lack of, I don't feel like going out. I don't feel like talking. I don't really want to be around you. You got to understand, for every action, there is a reaction. That goes for ladies and gentlemen. Okay, for every action there is a reaction. A lot of people are not realistic with their consistency level. Okay, I expect this and I expect that. Well, kill yourself. Okay, I don't care what you expect. Because the fact of the matter is, you didn't bring that consistency level to the table when we first came in. You know what I'm saying? Don't say, oh, you text me all the time. I ain't got no tea, but I'm just sipping. You know what I'm saying? Did I start off texting you like that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, did I start off texting you like that? I mean, I'm just saying. If that should have been something that was broken down in the first 90 days. You see what I'm saying? So my thing about it is, after the 90 days or after the 2 weeks, you have to start off the relationship how you want it to be. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, start off the relationship how you want it to be. Okay? If you constantly want sex on a daily basis, you need to start off the relationship how you want it to be. It's like this. Let me tell you something real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Before I leave, I got some things I got to do. I'm a person that when I'm upset, I don't know if I could have sex. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could do that. You know what I'm saying? But don't let that stop you as a female, you know what I'm saying, from trying. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that stop you, you know, from doing something spontaneous. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be like, nah, I don't feel like it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm really curious about that now. I'm kind of like, you know, debating that right now. But what I'm saying is keep things spicy. Keep things spontaneous. You know what I'm saying? And do the things to win people over. You know what I'm saying? So they can really understand that this person is a go-getter. This person is a winner. You know what I'm saying? This person is a winner. I don't care if I'm dating somebody who has issues. I don't care. I don't care if you have issues. My thing about it is, it's are you able to articulate the fact that you have issues, and are you willing to sacrifice something? Okay, when I say sacrifice something, I mean to make it better, to make it bigger. You know what I'm saying? In reference to getting over that hump, to getting over that hill. If you not, then, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not going to stick around for that. You know what I'm saying? If you got low self-esteem when I'm with you, like when I first get with you or whatever, I'm going to give you, you know, I'm going to work some things. I'm going to be that, you know, significant other that pushes you and try to, you know, build up your self-esteem. But shit, after a while, I'm going to be like, yo, check it. Hey, you don't do it for me. I'm just telling you. We got to be honest with each other. We're not honest with each other. If you don't like, you know what I'm saying, somebody makeup and, you know, all the extra, like, I ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like, oh, bro, I don't like white jackets, bro. You know, you should never wear. You should have stuck with the black one. You make me mad. I'm just saying, you got to be realistic sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? But check it. This is Keeping Things Uncomplicated. Your host, Mario Cochran. I'd like to thank y'all for rocking out with me. I need y'all to go to KTU 101 at Facebook, okay? At KTU 101 at Facebook. I need y'all to go. Sign up, check out all the great content. We also got a YouTube channel, which is right in the link. Hit it, subscribe, share. All right, we really appreciate all y'all feedback. We loving all the content that, you know what I'm saying, we're able to provide you guys, because it's definitely helpful. It's helping us mend the gap between men and women. There's so many things that's left to talk about. So many things that we have talked about. Okay, there's a lot of people out there trying to do what it is that we trying to do, but they don't do it like us. Hey, shout out to my co-host, All Right Price. This is Keeping Things Uncomplicated. I'm your boy, Mario Cochran. Make sure that you be safe. Hopefully, y'all still not celebrating 420, but if you did, if you are, you know what I'm saying, make sure you safe. Share, like, comment, and be yourself. Holla.